Hello and welcome to that's 4 of the Elvis singles, and thank you very much for the nice comments on that one, on the previous one too. I really appreciate that, and hopefully I don't ruffle any feathers with what I say. I guess I'll find out, won't I? Anyways, first up, now this first one I mentioned in the last video, I think, and it's "You Don't Have to Say You Love Me." He kind of really looks like he means it, doesn't he? And like I said in the other one, I actually really am not a fan of this version. I prefer the Dusty Springfield version. It could be the arrangement, but I don't know, but I just prefer Dusty's version of this one. And next up is one that would be fairly well known around the traps and all those other places, is this one, bit of rubbernecking. I like the bass in that, but the other thing I've noticed with that song is that Elvis's voice is a little low in the mix there, which actually kind of suits it. Admittedly, I kind of think, what's rubbernecking? Is that sort of testing how well your spinal cord reacts, maybe. But I see this is owned by a Helen, or I'm assuming it's Helen. Well, there you go, Helen, whoever you are, Helen. This is yours. I love how there's all those stars between rubbernecking too. And the next one is a bit of Veg of Reality. Oh, I have to be careful there. Oh dear. Whoever owned this before me, Rosalind. Seem to have all my records have been named so far. Rosalind, you could have looked after it a bit better. Either that or she was, well, I suppose that really is the edge of reality, isn't it? Good grief. It actually looks like they've given him blue eyes there too. But it sounds funny, it seems somewhat ironic that it was an ex that put me onto that song too. So how did you find out about that song? Oh, an ex. It's autobiographical. But the B-side to it is one that, or the other side to it, is one that most people should know. It's a little number called "If I Can Dream." I read somewhere that for his special that this came from, they wanted him to do Silent Night. But this was presented to Elvis and was told, oh no, Elvis doesn't do that kind of thing, and apparently Elvis said no, that he would like to give it a go, and definitely gave it a go, and I reckon that's probably one of his best performances vocally. It's just so amazing. Brings tears to the eyes every time, I think. Certainly even thinking about it, it's just... But a damn fine song, even if Rosalind didn't look after the record very well. In actual fact, she didn't look after the record very well, because there's a nasty scratch that runs through the damn song. I really need to get a new copy of the vinyl, don't I? Answered my own question. Next up, this particular one doesn't have a picture sleeve to it, but the song was very well known because it was given the remix treatment, and we're talking about A Little Less Conversation, and the phrasing of that kind of reminds me a little bit of Lulu's Love Loves to Love Love. I'm not sure which was first. I think Lulu's was probably first year-wise. I'm not saying that it was influenced by it by any stretch. Yeah, it was given the remix treatment, and I actually really didn't like it, to be honest. I think they gave the remix treatment to Rubberneckin' too. It's just one of those things of where, oh yes, we'll do the remix treatment on a song because that might guarantee us a hit. In this case it sort of didn't it? But for most of those things I really have no time for them. And next up is a bit of Kentucky Rain that wants to fall out too. This is my overzealous... Oh my god! Who owned this one prior to me? Is there a name on this that I can blame? No, there's writing. Someone's put stuff on the actual vinyl itself, but holy moly. This is what happens when you don't take them out and you sort of keep them in their covers and stuff. This is what happens. You sort of discover that, or remember, I should say actually, remember the reason why you put them in the covers, or why you should put them in the covers. Kentucky Rain was one I remember, which I mentioned on the other video, was one that radio here seemed to really like playing. It was one of those that, oh yeah, let's chuck on an Elvis thing, we'll chuck on Kentucky Rain. The Bible's a bit warped too. You can't do that and it flies away. So, makes me wonder what My Little Friend refers to as well. He's gone from the Kentucky Rain to his little friend. Maybe that's referring to his umbrella. Who knows? But whoever his little friend is, I'm sure he had a lot of fun with it. Does it seem slightly ironic that there was a siren that happened after that? Next up, now I don't know why this was released, but it's a live version of I Just Can't Help Believin'. Now, I like the version. I think BJ Thomas did it, and I sort of don't really prefer one version over the other, actually, to be honest. But I just don't know why this was released, because Elvis actually got the words wrong, where he went to say smile before hurriedly going back to whispering. So he's going, we're smile whispering. So he's smile whispering. So he gets his smiles and whispers around the wrong way, or confused or something. I suppose you could do them both at the same time. Hello. Ooh, that's really creepy, isn't it? And then in about the second line, he sounds like he's trying not to get the giggles. It's just a really sloppy release. Mind you, couldn't be worse than the Teddy Bear breakup Are You Lonesome Tonight breakup version. Oh god, that's just simply embarrassing. Mind you, sometimes record companies will release anything because they know it can. Lucky Last, or Last But Not Least, or something like that. Now, I found this between videos, because I still search for records, buy for records. That's why there's so many Cliff Richard ones. It's kind of... but anyway, My Way. And memory serves, I think this is with him on the piano, and he's just bashing chords. That's all he's doing, is just bashing chords. To be really honest, I have not liked the song. I've never liked the song, no matter who does it. It's just it just doesn't do a thing for me. And I remember an interview with George Harrison, it's on YouTube, where he talks about how he met Elvis during that kind of mid-70s period, and Elvis is so like with George having all the squawking singers screeching, I did my way, and George was just George. He just gives you his opinion. But the one thing he did say was that even though he really didn't like that whole white jumpsuit scarf thing and everything, he liked the rhythm section of the band. He said he had a really good rhythm section. But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, George Harrison even disparaged the song. I don't know if it was Elvis doing the song or the actual song. No, it would have been the song. But anyway, that is it for this one. So I can honestly say I did it my way. And that's usually how it happens, because no one else could do it as bumblingly bad as this. So I suppose if nothing else, this has probably shown me that I actually need to go out and buy some decent copies of the covers. The record itself can be some of the records can be crap, because I can just replace them interchangeable. But oh no, Rosalind, what were you thinking? That's probably why she got rid of it. Oh, I better sell it. And then I buy it. Probably for $1. I don't know how much I bought those for. It's probably a reason why. They were bought quite a while ago. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. And if you did like this, please do all the likes and subscribes and the bells and the whistles and all that sort of thing, and all of that sort of stuff. And why am I doing that? And please take care of yourself, and hopefully I shall see you in the next one. Ciao!